What's up, my beautiful Aries? We are here to talk about your 2021 yearly energy forecast. What a different year this is going to be for you guys. Now this is for Aries Sun and Rising, okay? And if you would like a personal solar return reading from me, please go to my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com, or click the link in the description box below, and I'm happy to connect with you and help you to navigate these fascinating energies of 2021. It's going to be a very different year from 2020. In 2020, we finished up the eclipse season of Capricorn Cancer, right? We went through a lot of massive, rare, deep, transformative changes and aspects. Now this year, the massive changes are going to be with the, well, you know what? There's not really massive change per se. This is really where it's more of a mastery energy. And the mastery energy for you, eclipse-wise, now, when I say eclipse-wise, this is where destiny is bringing you, okay? Now, destiny is bringing you through the 9th and the 3rd house. So what this means is education, okay? Letting go of old belief systems, letting go of ideas and things and ways of being, ways of living that are no longer serving you, and stepping into educating yourself of this new version of you that has been born through all the transformation of 2020. The North Node in the 3rd house represents connecting with people in your neighborhood, right? Definitely evolution or advancement in who you are in relationship to the world stage, okay? Getting a promotion or starting a new business, starting a new job, even starting new relationships, connecting with your siblings in a new way, okay? Maybe becoming a teacher or really stepping into the role of being a leader. Right now, we do have Chiron in your 1st house pretty much all year. I'm going to be going over a lot of the outer planet energies here. And in fact, let's go ahead and bring that up right now. So these energies, we're going to be having Pluto still transiting in the 10th house, okay? We've been here for since 2008, okay? So for the last 12 years. So we've really mastered a lot of this energy. And with us coming into, in the United States, we are coming into our Pluto return, right? So for Capricorns, Capricorns are really the ones that are stepping up into the leadership position of this new age of Aquarius. So we have a lot of this purpose, this feeling that we really need to, we've transformed, and we understand what our responsibility is to ourselves in relationship to the world, our humanitarian side, okay? And that is going to continue to bring us up through this Pluto return of the United States. And if you're not in the United States, the responsibility is still the same, right? We want to change the world. We want to bring in this new life, and we're really stepping into understanding that we need to take it. We need to step into it. We need to make it happen. Now we're going to be having Saturn and Jupiter transiting in our 11th house, which is our vision, which is our connection to the collective. So a lot of the energy that we have going on here has to do with us connecting to the collective consciousness. Now, Saturn in the 11th house usually means some type of restriction, right? However, this restriction just, for me, I feel it's more of a structural thing, okay? So we're restructuring and revamping this new way that we're going to come out into the world and really taking responsibility and stepping into that, because we are also going to have Jupiter in here. Now, Jupiter is also going to dip into the 12th house, into Pisces here in May. So it's going to dip in, and then it's going to retrograde and come back. But the big aspects here is going to be between Saturn and Uranus. So Saturn represents the past. It represents control. It represents what we're used to, okay? Uranus represents the unknown, represents the future, represents where we want to go. This is between our 11th and 2nd house. So this is about, the growth process of standing up in our, realizing our self-worth, standing up in our self-confidence, understanding who we are, what our value is, what we value, what our morals are, what our ethics are, really redefining our belief systems as we're letting go of the old belief systems with the South Node in the 9th house. Okay. So really standing in our power in a new way and bringing that new power out into the world and letting the world know who we are. All right. Now, at the beginning of the year, we're going to get a massive jolt of movement with Mars, starting in Aries. And we're going to see some significant aspects with Saturn and Chiron as well, in a positive way. Okay, so this year is going to be very, very auspicious. Auspicious means good. Okay, doesn't mean it's going to come without challenges. All right, but when we decide to step into our power, our identity is going to take that power on. All right, and when we're standing in our vulnerable, true power, our authentic self, that Chiron energy is going to sextile with Saturn throughout the year. Okay, now this Chiron Saturn sextile is going to be massive. In fact, as we're getting this stage started on January 1st, Chiron is going to be sextiling Jupiter and Saturn. So with Chiron sextiling Jupiter, that's massive manifestation energy. That's beautiful. That is like what you think, you create, and it's coming from that deep, vulnerable space in your heart. So what do I want to do? What do I want to be? What do I want to have? What do I want to feel? Right? And now that Mars is there, because Mars was retrograde for the last 6 months, 2020, right? Going through all this divine masculine stuff. So now that our ruling planet is in our home sign, it's starting in our first house, and it's saying it's time to go. It's time to make shit happen. And it's time to create what it is that we've been working on, what it is that all this work that we've been doing for the last 10 years of our lives, maybe even our entire life. Okay, it's all coming into the picture. All the pieces are starting to make sense and to fit. And the vision that we have in our mind of what we want to create is going to mold into shape this year. This is the year that we mold the rest of our life to. Okay, so we must stay proactive. We must stay positive. We must stay in alignment with our heart. All right. We've been, Aries, I'm Aries rising, right? So Aries, we've been beaten up. We've been, thrown around. We've had hard lessons thrown at us. We've had the shit, we've had to face some serious shit, and we've done it. You're watching this, you're here, you're ready to move through it. This is going to set the stage for massive success for the rest of your life, okay? Provided that you follow your heart, okay? We have moved through the karmic lessons that we've needed to learn. Now Mars is saying, okay, 2021 is the year to get out there on the stage of life and do what you love for the world, regardless of what's going on outside there in the world. Okay, so we're going to be having this this Saturn and Jupiter, of course, square to Uranus throughout the year. This is going to be a theme throughout the year. Okay, Jupiter square Uranus, it's not so bad. I mean, Jupiter really isn't really that bad unless you have a major lesson to learn. Okay, so if you're not following your heart, you may get hit with something that's like, come back from the past. You may, like, a cycle repeats itself. But if that happens, it's going to happen very fast, and it's going to go very fast. Okay, the Saturn is solidifying it, so there's going to be a little bit of tension there, but that tension is growth potentiating. Okay, it's making you activate these energies so that you can and will do your part to live your authentic truth and give it to the world. The 11th house is all about giving our gift away, right? When we step up into the stage of life and we live our purpose and give our gift away, that is when we receive from the universe. Okay? Between the 3rd and 9th house, you are meant to teach. You are meant to be a teacher. You are meant to educate. You are meant to help in whatever it is. So think back the last 10 years, whatever experiences that you've had in the last 10 years, okay, has happened to teach you to stand in this place you are right now to help others. All right. And you will embody this in your own expression. Now, with Uranus transiting the second house for pretty much the whole year, this is going to bring unexpected things that are going to challenge your self-worth and self-confidence, and also money. All right. So this is a year where we can make $1 million and possibly lose $1 million. We have to be very smart. We have to surround ourselves with people that we truly trust. Okay. We don't want to be having to learn the difficult Saturnian lessons anymore. All right. So really, last year was the year to purge all that out and tune it out. This is the year to allow the Uranian energy to flow through you, to give you the confidence that your heart wants you to come out with. All right. So watch those egoic desires and allow those spiritual desires, or those authentic, true, heartfelt desires, to come out and to let them show themselves. Okay. That requires a large amount of vulnerability and a large amount of surrender and action. And when I say, so surrender and action sounds contradictory, right? But you can actually surrender at the same time that you take action. You surrender to the will of the divine, right? So you take action without expectation, and have the intention set in your heart of what the outcome will be. All right. But you got to be okay no matter how it comes out. So it's almost like, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. But have love in your heart while you're doing that. Does that make sense? And when you have love in your heart while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to reverberate that energy, and the Uranian energy is going to come back, and it's going to keep lifting you higher and higher and higher in ways that you don't expect. So don't try to control it. This is a very right brain type of aspect. So, say you are a doctor or a healer or something, right? Like that, the specifics of the details of how you do your work, you will do your work that way through the left brain. The right brain is the vision of how you're climbing, right? So you want to hold this vision, hold this understanding, hold this knowing of where you're going, right? But you don't want to try to control it. You want to allow it to flow through the process of just how it's going to go. And the Uranus energy in Taurus, it's going to shake things up. It's going to keep things like feeling a bit off kilter. However, when you understand that, and when you allow it to flow, any kind of earthquakey or uncertain kind of energy will become the norm for you. Okay, so the trick here is to allow the unknown to flow, allow the unknown to be okay. And that can be a little bit difficult at first, but during 2020, I'm sure you got a lot of practice in learning how to embrace and accept the unknown. This is a year of massive acceleration in your life, in your vision, in your purpose, in your career. Not a whole lot going on with love, but if it's meant to be, of course, it will come in there. And of course, we have Neptune here that's going to be transiting in the 12th house for you. So Neptune in the 12th house is always something that we have to watch out for in regards to, going a little too far, like addictions, like attachments. Could have crazy dreams, things like that. But this is also a steady and consistent upgrade in the intuitive gifts that we have. Okay, so with Neptune in the 12th is a blessing, believe it or not, because it rules that area. Aries rising particularly, we have a bit of a special nature and gift because we ride with the natural flow of the zodiac. So the energies are in their truest form, in their truest place, in their houses where they're comfortable, where they're nice, right? So they're powerful, they're direct, there's not really contradicting energies per se. So this is actually going to be a good thing for really increasing intuitive psychic capacities, abilities, if you believe. All right, activating these energies can help quite a bit. Just make sure that you don't react too impulsively. Find that flow. Find the flow. Respond, don't react. And allow yourself to take the steps intuitively. Let that left and right brain work together this year. Don't jump on any opportunity too quickly. Okay, allow it to be smooth. If anything comes in, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to be a millionaire. Hold on. Hold on. It's exciting. Yeah, I know. It's great. But what's the catch, right? Look at the paperwork. Look at all the little details, okay? If something seems too good to be true, Uranus can come in like, bow, right? And your life can change in the blink of an eye with Saturn square to Uranus. That's going to make you feel really great. It can make you feel really great or really shitty. It all depends on you and how you're working with this energy, okay? So being present, being aware, paying attention to the details, making sure that you're not impulsively making decisions based on these flashes of energy that come in, because the flashes of energy will come. All right. And Aries, we have a tendency to jump in and then ask questions later, right? Do not want to do that. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Okay. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Remember that. Keep the pace consistent. Consistency is everything. All right. So this is my overview for the year. I hope this has helped you out. If it has, please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading for me to know exactly what you have going on for this year, I can dive deep into your solar return and or progress chart. Go to my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com, and check out the different options I have there. And I will be happy to work with you and help guide you through these energies of 2021. All right. Have a beautiful day. I hope you have a wonderful year. Namaste.